Welcome to Darrell Walker's Coaches Show with your host, Ray Tucker.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Darrell Walker Coaches Show. Little Rock men's head basketball coach. Coach, you start looking around college basketball, sometimes scheduling plays a big role. We've been on the road, played 6 out of 8 on the road. That's tough.
No, it's always tough. I looked at that schedule and said, man, we got 4 games on the road. That's going to be tough. We're going to try to win some basketball games, but really played well on the road most of the time, but just couldn't get it done because we're so shorthanded.
Speaking of shorthanded, you're playing basically with 7 players. Just talking to Joe Foley, the women's coach, he's playing with 7 players. Crazy, crazy stuff.
No, I got an interview from some reporter out of New York today, wanted to do a series about all the teams that have had dealing with COVID. And I said, I'm not only dealing with COVID, I'm dealing with major injuries to 155 games, missed 16 different lineups, and he didn't know all that. He was shocked. So we talked about last year, Ray, but I'm just telling you, you know it too because you were here last year. This season is worse than last year with COVID on top of the injuries that we've had.
All right, this week we went on the road, what I call the Texas two-step. We were at Arlington and San Marcos. We'll take a look at highlights of both those games. We come back with more of the Darrell Walker Coaches Show.
Just 40 minutes from Little Rock at the Saracen, it's always fun. Craps, poker, slot machine, lots of money will be won. Come and win or come to eat, mama, get the best steak you ever had. You want to be at the Saracen, heck, you've seen it in this ad. Woo! Saracen, whoa, come to win. Saracen, come to win.
Game 1 for the week was in Arlington, Texas. Cold down in Arlington, Texas.
It was cold.
Anywhere we go, it's cold. There's a big baseball tournament going there. There were guys from Michigan. They're going, not supposed to be like this down here. But anyway, we got off to a rocky start, and we'll take a look at that. I don't know that I've ever done a game, Coach, where it's 12-0, and one of the teams had not gotten a shot up yet.
Now, we turned the ball, over 5 times in the first 6 minutes of play. I thought my team was rattled. They were scared for some reason. I don't know why. I'm sure that Arlington had watched film on us getting pressed and throwing the ball away, and they attacked us the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game, and we didn't handle the pressure well. I refused to call the timeout because it was on my players, not on me, to figure that out. We have a young backcourt with those 2 freshmen, Jordan Jefferson and DJ Smith, and once we calmed down, we got right back in the basketball game.
Sure did. It was 12-0, and then you scored 10 of the next 12 points.
Yeah, we got right back in the basketball game. But we're not good enough to spot a team 12 to 14 points, Ray. Do you know how much energy you expend to get back into a basketball game? And that's what we did. We got back in the basketball game, but we shouldn't have been down 12-0. That was Myron Gordon making a very nice move right there. He's been playing well for us late, along with the 2 freshman point guards, DJ Smith and Jordan Jefferson. Those guys have been playing well.
You mentioned Jordan Jefferson, and he's been scoring in double figures. This is a young man that missed 10 games because of a broken wrist.
Yeah, he broke his wrist early in the season and didn't get a chance to play. But now he's getting a chance to play. He's getting a chance to play a lot of minutes, and he's making most of the minutes. I thought getting down 14-4, I thought we got back in the game, really showed a lot of heart, and I think we were down 5 points at halftime. So we got back in the basketball game, but we're not good enough to spot teams 12, 14 points, and we do it a lot. That's Jovan, who played really well for us, man. He played great for us. He really did.
He spends a lot of time. If he were a boxer, they'd count him out. He's on the canvas a great deal.
Jovan's a kid that I ride pretty hard and I get on pretty hard, but he responded this last 2-3 weeks of the season of really playing where I think he's capable of playing. It's not about the 17 to 18 points that he scored, Ray. It's about that I know he's out on the court. Some games he would be out there, wouldn't know he was out on the basketball court. And I'm happy the way he's playing. That's Jovan knocking out a shot right there.
You know, only the real good players don't disappear. Your backup players or whatever, oftentimes, you've got 2 or 3 guys that score a lot of points. So the other guys, for some reason, have games where they just kind of take off.
Yeah, well, we need that because we're so short-handed. We don't need when guys take off and don't show up and play. We need everybody to play. For us to win, Ray, we talk about it all the time. Our margin of error is very, very short on a scale of 1 to 10. We got to be at least a 7 on most nights to have a chance to win.
And you see the score there. Trojans are down by 5. That's after spotting them 12.
I spotted them 12. We're down 14-4. Got right back in the basketball game. Here it is, a 2-point game with 7 minutes left in the first half. They made a lot of tough shots against us too. That's Myron. I don't know why he fouled that guy, but he did. That's Azor, who I think could be player of the year in the conference. A really good basketball player.
I think he's in the running, and probably O'Meara at Arkansas State.
Now, I think this kid's going to win it. If I had to vote right now, it would probably be for Azor because he's leading the team in scoring, and everybody's locking in on him every night. Unbelievable tip dunk right there by Myron Garden, showing some of the skills and talent that he has.
You didn't say that about Azor, but just because he's a Trojan killer.
No, he's definitely. I can call a lot of people out that's a Trojan killer. You know, he's a good basketball player, man, and everybody's game plans for him. He still gets it done. That's Jovan. I think he was like 4 for 7 from the three-point line, or maybe more, but he shot the daylights out of the basketball. He's the reason why we got back in the basketball game.
Yeah, he was 4 of 6 on threes. He was 6 of 10 from the field. Excuse me. He was 4 of 7 on threes.
He's 4 of 7 from threes.
Yeah.
That's a great block by that kid from Texas Arlington, who's an NBA athlete, can really block shots. And once again, that's Azor attacking the rim. Nobody stopped the basketball.
Now, it's kind of different here, folks. If you're watching this, most teams are in their white uniforms at home. Texas Arlington wanted to wear black, so we wore
white.
Our home uniforms.
Yeah, we wore white. It didn't help us. We definitely wasn't at home. We were on the road, and they shot the ball very well. We had a chance to win this basketball game, but they shot the ball so well. And we turned the ball over a little bit too much this game, too. I believe we had 18 turnovers, Ray.
You had 18, and they had half a dozen.
Yeah, and we're not good enough to turn the ball over 18 times and think you're going to win the game. It's just not going to happen. But overall, I was happy with my team's effort. We're short out there. And, I hate to keep saying that, but we're so short-handed and we're so small out there, and teams are able to get second and third shots a lot against us, and that kills us.
If you see a wide shot just like that right there, you see their bench, there's probably 15, 16 guys over there, and you've got 9 dressed out and 7 who are playing.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of guys dressed out. That's just the way it is, and we're just going to keep playing and see what happens to get down to Pensacola, Florida, and see what happens. Anything can happen.
That was Myron Gardner, number 15. He kind of had a breakout game, career-high 24 points, 16 in the second half, 9 of 13 from the field.
Yeah, he played well. Myron's very talented, but he's still learning how to play the game of basketball. And there's the score right there, 85-70. The game was a little closer than what the score said, but they did a good job. Arlington did a good job, and they deserved to win the game.
And they shot the rock pretty well.
They shot the ball well.
And they have segments there where they just go on fire, knock down a bunch of shots, and we don't catch up. So final score on that one, lost it by 15, 85-70. Next up, we took off to San Marcos, Texas to take on Texas State. We'll take a look at highlights when we come back in just a moment.
Sport builds us up. It strengthens our bodies. It strengthens our resolve. Sport teaches us lessons of grace or humility or humanity. And that we're far more powerful together. Winning the hour, or winning the year, or winning our lives. We're winning our way. Because while a season is short, fierce is forever.
Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. Meet new friends, or reconnect with some old ones, and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Step into the new with a new Chevy. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy vehicles. Plus, on select models, current competitive owners get an additional $750 bonus cash. See your Arkansas Best Chevy dealer.
Welcome back to the Darrell Walker Coaches Show. Men's head coach at the University of Arkansas at Little Rock, having a rocky season. If we were big, we were ice cream freaks. We'd be they'd sell out a rocky road, Coach.
No, it's just been a tough year. But I've learned a lot about myself as a coach, and you also look at your players and see how they handle adversity. And I think we've handled it pretty good. And it's going to do anything. It's going to help us be stronger for next season, to be honest about it. And the season's not over with, right? We got 2 more games at home, and then we go to Pensacola, Florida, and see what happens.
Back-to-back games against the top 2 teams in the league. A week ago Saturday, you played Troy at Troy and won that one. Now we're at Texas State, who's really good.
Once again, what did we spot them, Ray? They went on an 18-0 run, a 15-2 run, a run that we shouldn't have let them go on, and then we got back in the basketball game.
Yeah, we were down 14 early. Let's take a look at highlights here if we can. And we'll roll the video. You guys call it. You coaches call it film.
I call it film. You call it video. That's a miscommunication right there on defense. They were able to get 2 points right there, two points that was too easy to get. But for some reason, we just came out very lackadaisical. This is the number 1 team in the conference. I was hoping these guys would would be ready to play. I told them that these guys were going to be ready to play, and they just jumped on us and didn't get off for a while.
It was senior night. They honored 4 or 5 players. Had a really, really good crowd on Thursday night. Their game that week against Arkansas State, they had better than 5,000 there. So
it's a beautiful place to play basketball. I love the arena. I just don't like playing there because we can never win down there. They're a tough-minded group. They've been together for a long time. They got a bunch of seniors on their basketball team, and they know how to play.
See, I've been going there so long. To the right of the bench there, to your right there, that used to be a solid wall.
Yeah, I knew they did some renovations there. And they did a great job.
They did a really, really nice job. That's I'd say the top arenas in the league to me: Texas Arlington, the Jack Stevens Center, Troy, and here.
Yeah, but the Jack Stevens Center is definitely a beautiful facility. We're down 16-2 with 13 minutes in the game, and I'm sitting over there going, "What are we doing?" But we fought back in the basketball game. I think at halftime we were down 5. That's C.J. White making a jump shot right there. We're down 18-7 now with 11 minutes left in the first half. But we can't keep digging holes like that, Ray.
Cannot do that.
No, it's just tough. I thought defensively we were pretty good, even though we're down right now. With 1:50 in the game, Ray, Coach Hodge tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Coach, look at the score. They only had 60 points. The problem was we only had 40-something points." So we've been guarding people. It's just we can't score at times. Terrence
Johnson has done a really nice job down there.
He's done a great job. Has a chance to be Coach of the Year again. I think he's done a really good job down there, and hopefully they can keep him there for a while because I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves and get another job somewhere.
You know, I think he was a assistant to Danny Casper.
Yeah, for a long time.
And they know what they're doing there. I can't think of the word that I'm looking for.
Well, they still run the same system.
Yeah.
He's tweaked it a little bit, but defensively, you can still see some of Danny Casper's defensive footprints on this team right here. They still deny the ball, and they're still good defensively. They still work the shot clock offensively, so they shorten the game, don't give you a lot of possession. So when they get a big lead on you, Ray, if it's 10, it's really like 16 or 17.
No doubt about that.
You know, here it is, 34-24, and we fought ourselves back in the basketball game, 31-26 at halftime, and we were right in the basketball game. And the second half they just came out and started making shots, and we didn't make shots.
Well, one big difference in this game, in the first one, they out-rebounded us by 22, and they out-rebounded us by 1 in this one.
We did a better job of rebounding the basketball, which was shockingly because we're so small, but we did have a good effort of everybody boxing out and everybody trying to go to the glass. And that's where it's going to be for these next couple of games. We got to rebound the basketball. We got to try to score some points. That's a wide-open shot right there. We just, it's 34-33 right in the game, and they just went on the run, and we couldn't stop it.
Asbury, Small, Harrell.
All seniors.
All solid players, too, for them.
All good players, all capable of being all Sun Belt Conference players, man. But the 15-minute mark is 40-36, and we're right in the game.
I'm sorry I'm not going to be in the league next year where I watch Texas State, and I don't see those 3 guys anymore.
No, I don't want to see them. Texas State has always been a tough matchup. And I think since I've been here, maybe I beat them 2 times. They've always been a tough matchup for us. They're a physical team. They run their stuff, and they're good defensively. Still 12 minutes left. It's 44-38. We're right in the game until we give that dunk up right there. So it's not like we're getting blown out of games, right? It's just we can't finish games, can't close it out, and then we don't have much depth to go to. So I'm sure at times my guys get a little tired. There's no doubt in my mind they get a little tired.
I was getting ready to say, with about 10 minutes left, you can notice the difference in the pep in the players.
The pep in the players, the movement, the legs are not gone. We're still here 50-40 with 8 minutes left in the game, a 10-point game on the road. You still got a chance. But like I said, they made so many shots against us, a lot of shots. And give them their credit. They deserve to get the win. They're a good basketball team. And we went into a drought where we couldn't score, and that hurt us.
We have a tendency starting games slow and then and letting teams go on runs on us.
Yeah, but you can't afford that.
Yeah, basketball is a game of runs, so we have ours too. But and then we may have a 7 or 8 point run and then turn around and give up a 16 point run.
Our problem is we'll let teams get a 12 to 14 point lead, then we give a big effort to get back in the game and tie it or be down 1 point. And then we'll go on a drought where we can't score, and they'll go on an 8 or 10 run and get another big lead again. So it's been a learning process for some of these young guys on my basketball team. And people keep asking me, what am I taking from this season? How do my guys act under duress? Are the young guys getting better? The 2-point guards are definitely getting better. Myron Garton's getting better. So those are some of the things that we'll be looking forward to take over into next season.
This one's just about over with. Final score in it was 68-50. The crowd really enjoyed it. Nice city to visit if you win.
Yeah, only if you win. Only if you win. And I do like San Marcos. It's a nice little small, little quainky town.
It is a nice college town. Again, the final score is 68-50, and the Trojans we headed back home on Sunday.
Finally.
And got back in here. We got a couple of games coming up at the Jack Stevens Center. We'll talk about those. We come back with more of the Darrell Walker Coaches Show.
It's time to expect more from yourself, from us, from the typical college experience. UA Little Rock offers world-class programs, including business, computer science, criminal justice, cybersecurity, engineering, and nursing. But there's so much more. Expect to be amazed by state-of-the-art facilities. Expect to be challenged by motivated faculty. And expect a welcome place in the heart of Arkansas. University of Arkansas at Little Rock.
We're down to the final week of the regular season. The Trojans will close out at home. We will host App State on Wednesday, not Thursday as normal.
Wednesday, Friday.
And we'll pick on Coastal Carolina on Friday. This is a very, very good App State team.
No, they're second right behind Texas State. I mean, they keep flip-flopping between Troy and those three, App and Texas State. They keep flip-flopping back and forth. I just watched some film on them on we lost to those guys, and we were right there in the basket. I mean, right there. Right with 5 minutes, we were down 4 or 5 points and went on a 5-minute drought where we didn't score at all. So I'm looking forward to this game. I think we're capable of beating them, but we're going to have to play a little bit better than we did in Boone, North Carolina.
You know, one of the things that you've always done late in the years, make sure your players have fresher legs. That's almost impossible to do right now with a short bench.
It is impossible because they're going to play 35 to 36 minutes. Most of the guys are going to play that many minutes. We didn't do much practice on Monday. We went kind of hard, but not really hard. Today, we just went over a lot of things offensively and defensively. So we should be ready to play Wednesday. Our legs should be ready and ready to go.
All right, final 2 home games of the year. Hopefully we get a good crowd here at Jack Stevens Center.
This team deserves to get a crowd Wednesday and Friday. They've played hard. They've never quit. We've been shorthanded, and I'd have to use that as an excuse. I wouldn't let my guys use it as an excuse. These are the guys that's left. Next guy's up. We got to play.
All right, trying to fine-tune this thing just before we go to Pensacola.
Yeah, well, anything can happen in Pensacola, and that's what I keep saying to my guys. And App State had the same record we had last year. Now, granted, their team was healthy, and my team is not healthy, but we'll just see when we get down there.
They won 4 games in 4 days.
Exactly.
I've got a ring at home.
It can be done.
From when Little Rock, I want to say it was 2007, we won 4 games
in
4 days. As a matter of fact, 3 years in a row, a team won 4 games in 4 days to win the Sun Belt tournament.
It can be done, and we're just going to see if we can get it done.
But we'll take them one at a time.
One at a time.
We'll take on App State.
Yep,
and
let's concentrate on that one first.
All right, Darrell Walker, always a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Ray.
All right, we will have one more Darrell Walker Coaches Show after these 2 games, and we won't have one after the conference tournament. You folks have a great rest of the week. Thank you.